Hello, I'm Tons, and we are back with our review and play of GreedFall. As you can see, we are in New Serene. We are no longer dapper. We're functional now instead of dapper because enemies are coming. I seriously might switch to hard mode though. I'm just not looking forward to it on the grounds that... Hold on, I'm trying to... Okay. Because our companions, they really cannot handle hard mode. That is the only thing holding me back. There are other critiques that I have for hard mode, and they are my usual critiques that have to do with the fact that in harder difficulties, the flaws of combat are revealed. This game does have input lag, in my opinion. It has issues with the camera, you know, the usual stuff. These aren't things that are isolated to this game. In the hard mode, you feel it. You will die because of these errors from time to time. Now, I've decided I want to... Even though Kurt is like a heavy-hitting person, like I said before, when it comes to some things, I want to do kind of the opposite of what I'm assuming most people do. And if I had to guess, most people understandably tend to have Kurt with them at all times. But we are not going to do that. We're going to have Vasco instead.
Atoy! Can you help me?
Okay, Haeva's got you, man. She's got you.
Bertir Tumad on Olmenawi. Why are you dressed like this?
Hello. I'm not one of your people. I'm the legate of the merchant congregation.
A legate? Is that someone important?
Indeed. I'm in charge of diplomatic relationships with other nations.
So you'll be able to help me. My chief sent me to trade some items with your village, but there are these Bod Irony who do not want me to set up shop here.
These what?
Bod Irony. The Ironbacks. The warriors who protect this village. Every time I come, they take my items without giving me anything in exchange. Please, I don't understand how things work here.
Very well. Stay here. I'll try to clear this up.
Adlo Redar on Olmenawi. May the earth always be sturdy under your footsteps.
Now, it's a little disappointing that Sierra did not have special dialogue. And no, it's not the classic, oh, they should all know each other because they're natives. But, or maybe it is. I didn't mean for it to be that, but maybe to some extent it is. But even if they don't know each other, she knows the language. You know what I mean? So, it would have been cool if she's kind of like a translator at times, or... Now, ordinarily, whenever a situation has to do with a coin guard, I would probably grab Kurt, but... In all honesty, the special dialogue does not happen enough, in my opinion, for it to be worth it. And that's almost a good thing. I'll explain in a second.
Hello, Your Excellency. What can I do for you?
I met an islander in the streets who was complaining to me about the guard's behavior.
Really?
It would seem that patrols have confiscated the goods he was hoping to sell several times.
Oh, I see. Indeed, I've been told about this man. The problem, Your Excellency, is that our orders are strict. Merchants who do not have a patent ratified by the minister cannot sell their goods in the street. And since your islander doesn't have one, I doubt he even knows what it is, my men have no choice but to confiscate his knickknacks.
I see. Thanks for clarifying that. I'll talk to the minister.
Is there anything else?
No, thank you.
Again, I'm gonna complain. I'm gonna try to reduce the number of times I complain about a certain thing. But when it happens, it just makes me want to complain. But I can't help but feel like when the only option is to leave the conversation, that should just happen automatically. But the reason I said maybe it's a good thing that the special dialogue situations don't seem to occur all that frequently, or as much as would make sense, is because it appears as though the party limit is 3. That's not a lot for having special dialogue. Like, that's a very small amount. Now, to be fair, I would probably only take it up 1 more. Like, make the party limit 4. But that comes with even greater challenges as far as trying to balance the game. So, I get why they chose 3. But with such a small number, it would suck spending most of your time changing people out just so you can try to see special dialogue. This probably drives people crazy that I do this. It's a role player to me, I can't help it.
Cousin! What can I do for you?
Oh.
I'm going to leave now. Goodbye, Constantine.
Look out for yourself.
For some reason, I thought we had to come to him. So we did that dramatic walk for nothing. Or did we? Wait a minute. Let me see something. And I wish, and I understand why they don't. I'm not saying they should do this, but I do. Okay, so now I do wish you could control the speed of your character with a push of a button. Like some games do this with the sprint function, where instead of holding the button down, you tap it, which can be confusing since that is like the least common way to handle that situation. I'll just help myself. I feel like it's not this way. Alright, let's stop being dramatic. Just try to find this damn place. I have a very horrible sense of direction in case that's not obvious. Like the worst sense of direction. It's amazing I'm still alive. Given the times that was crucial to survival.
Minister.
Your Excellency, it is always an honor. How may I serve you?
You can give me that doublet you're wearing because that's looking very snazzy, sir. Yeah, let's do an info dump.
What exactly is your role here?
I am tasked with advising Governor Constantine about business matters, and I make sure that all business contracts are established properly and are favorable to us. I am responsible for setting taxes on goods based on their value, among other things. It is an exciting job that requires the utmost care. Would you like anything else?
I would like to talk to you about an islander who is trying to set up shop in our city. Since he doesn't have a patent, his wares get confiscated as soon as he receives them.
And you want me to provide him with the said patent? I would be delighted to show you the procedure to follow so that we may study his request. You'll understand that we cannot give an authorization without having determined the value of the goods beforehand. We must determine the tax rate according to this value, determine the best emplacement for this business. In short, these things take time. A lot of time.
Leave it at that. I wonder if that's an actual option. Like, if we leave it at that, the quest ends.
I'm certain that my cousin will be delighted to hear that our relations with the natives are progressing in a significant way. And he will probably be very grateful to the minister who helped their first merchant set up shop in our city.
Indeed. I seem to recall reading a circular on the necessity of establishing good relations with the natives. We could accelerate things by leaving some formalities for later.
I would think so too.
Very well. In that case, here's the patent that will allow your protege to legally pursue his activity in the city. You should give him this copy. The other one will be kept in the archives. However, one of my representatives will visit his stall for the estimation and to determine the tax rate in accordance with the...
Thanks a lot, Minister. Looking forward to seeing you again.
Would you like anything else?
No.
That'll be all.
Goodbye, Your Excellency.
She does not. I kind of like the fact that there was red tape back then, or they're showing red tape to have mattered even in these times. And everyone hates red tape, generally speaking, including myself, but at the same time, I understand its importance. It makes sense that it would be a process, because who knows what this guy's selling. If this game really wanted to take it to us, it would be like helping this guy would cause like an outbreak or something else terrible because they didn't examine his goods well enough. Hold on, let's take care of this. For those of you out there that were likely freaking out like I would have been watching, like, get the damn crate.
You came back. Something terrible happened.
Of course it did.
What is it? I was just bringing you the patent you needed to set up shop.
The Bod Irony came back, and they took my cousin away. He came to bring us animal pelts and new objects from the village. But the warriors came back. They took everything he was bringing me. And they also took him. Oh, I don't know what they will do with him. Please, bring him back to me.
I don't see why they would have arrested your cousin, but I'll try to find out.
What do you mean you don't see why they would have arrested him? Hold on, we can speak to him again?
Ah, Anol Menawi. Oh, I'm glad to see you again.
I'm just passing through.
See, that time we exited the conversation automatically. I mean, we shouldn't have been able to talk to him in the first place because we have nothing to add, but yeah, I don't see why they would you know why they would take him. Because this is a racist country right now. Like, you know exactly why. Whatever's happening, it's not positive. I'm sure of it. Ciora should have so much to say. Like, of course I know why they would take him, you know?
Hello, Your Excellency. What can I do for you?
I've come to see you again to talk about the Islander merchant. I managed to obtain a license for him, but he informed me that while I was taking care of this, his cousin, who was making a delivery for him, was arrested.
I'm sorry, Your Excellency. especially considering you've managed to obtain an official authorization for him. I'm afraid my men ran out of patience when they saw this hunter making deliveries for the merchant again. They wanted to confiscate his cargo, but the lad resisted, and he was thrown in jail for disorderly conduct. If you want to set him free, that's where you must go. Sorry, again, Your Excellency. I should have known you'd managed to obtain the necessary license for your protege and told the patrol.
Is there anything else?
No, thank you.
Yes, I wish she had the option to get to lean in on that guy. Like, there's times where her status is said, not shown. And what I mean by that is over and over, and I know this is going to be the case throughout the game, more than likely. I'm the legate of the coin merchants. I'm the legate of the coin, or, you know, of the merchants, or whatever. Over and over. But when you're in an actual conversation, it seems to rarely matter. Oh, wait. The jail was in here. My bad, people. So is it this way? It says go down. Let's get down there. And it's like, I would have loved to at least have the option. I'm not saying I would have used it. Or maybe there's different ways to flex on someone. Like, you could go full hostile. Like, she lays hands on this guy. She's like, Manfred, don't you ever mess up like this again. And maybe that affects Quest in the future. And then there's, you know, a gentler hand, so to speak, to remind him that when you say you're taking care of something, you're freaking taking care of it.
Hello, what can I do for you?
I'm looking for a prisoner. A native who should have been brought here recently.
You're a bit late. He was sent to fight in the arena.
In the arena? So this man was judged? Who pronounced the sentence?
Whoa there! Do you really think that we would organize a proper trial for a savage? He attacked some guards. He's lucky he wasn't gunned down right there and then. At least in the arena, he has a chance of survival since apparently he's a hunter.
This man was only defending the goods he was bringing to his cousin. And now he has to fight for his life.
I have no hand in this. I'm not the one who made this decision. They brought him here and then they took him away, that's all.
What did you do with the goods he had with him?
They got confiscated, put in the storeroom like all the rest. Anything else?
I must leave you.
Now, the only thing I could figure is if sometimes when you're talking to someone, there's other dialogue that's going to occur in the future. And maybe that makes it impossible to do an auto leave. I don't know. Like, something about that gets in the way. See, we knew it. We knew it was a racist system going on. Like, we knew that. That was obvious. Look at that. Now, I notice that some characters, their weapons show when they're sheathed. But not for us. That's very disappointing. I love seeing the weapons at all times. I remember in Skyrim when someone made a mod that shows all the weapons you have equipped. And I thought that was awesome. I was like, hell yeah. It's a minor thing, but as you're going to hear me say repeatedly, much like you're going to hear her, you're likely going to hear Haeva remind people that she's the legate of the world. It's the little things. Oh, wait. Oh. Wonder why he's there.
This part of the
Surprise,
establishment is reserved for regular customers who paid an entry fee. Sorry, but I can't let you in.
Dear God, no. The voice acting... The voice acting was good, but they chose the wrong look for it. It does not match this guy. I'm fairly certain.
In that case,
It's
allow
the
me
same
to pay
voice
the
as our
fee.
teacher.
We're delighted to have you as a regular customer, Your Excellency. Have fun.
Now, why were we only given one way to deal with that? I know 25 gold ain't a lot, but still would have liked the chance to deal with it without spending any money whatsoever.
Good day! Interested in making a little wager? Unless you'd rather fight.
Why can't we do both? Why can't we make a wager and fight? Some of you might go, because then you might bet on the other side and then throw the fight. Yeah, probably.
On what are people betting?
On the arena fights, of course! Fortunes are made and unmade here. A combat is so much more exciting when spiced with a wager.
What type of fighting goes on here?
There's a bit of everything. Animals, fighters, and even some island beasts go at each other in the pit. If you're tempted, you can even participate. The master of the arena will be glad to enroll you.
I'll be going now.
Later, then.
But then they could make it to where you can only bet on yourself. Now look at this. Now most doors, you use the A button. Why is it X? Why is there a lack of consistency? Again, if anyone out there knows why they would make such a design choice, a logical reason why, please let me know, because that's weird to me. Well, since it says be victor in the arena, I'm gonna have to take Siora out, because I don't think she's that good in combat. Or at least I don't think she's as strong as Upskirt. With his compensator, the weapon I'd rather be using, of course, but we can't because of how restricted the game is.
Greenblood, there's something I would like to talk to you about.
Damn it.
I'm listening.
I recruited a young man for the Guard a few months ago. Talented. Very talented. And honorable. I've been tracking his progress, and I learned that he's been sent to the barracks in New Serene. I would like you to meet him so that you can give me your opinion.
My opinion? On what?
Ever since our departure from Serene, I've spent nearly every second at your side. But I have clear standing orders to assure the protection of Constantine. And I don't know his guards.
He said Constantine.
Not well, in any case.
I see. You've been thinking this recruit might be a suitable personal guard.
Precisely. And your opinion has weight. So then, would you like to accompany me to meet him?
Not yet. We're kind of in the middle of something. I should have never talked to you.
I don't have time now. Can it wait a while?
Anything else?
Damn. Well, hot damn. Oh, there's stuff to ask him about. Info dump time.
What is your duty as Master of Arms? Besides teaching us how to fight.
What was my duty, you mean? It's all in the past now. In truth, you may have guessed it, but my main role was to make sure that nothing would happen to you and Constantine. Without, of course, turning you into some courtiers that are afraid of steel. You have to be considered trustworthy to take on this role. But alas, it isolates you from the rest of the guards. Always at the court, but never really belonging to it. I spent almost my entire time with you without seeing my comrades. Anything else?
Tell me about your family. Were your parents in the Guard as well?
Yes. And to be truthful, I never knew them. I was entrusted to a wet nurse, a prostitute, and followed the troops. I remember her. She was sweet, and a good person. She may be the only one who showed me any kind of affection. But that didn't last. As soon as I could hold a wooden sword, I was given a real one and sent to training. Anything else?
Well, things just got real. Things just got real. Oh, man. He didn't need to say anything else, in my opinion.
I must leave you.
It's actually kind of weird for him to do that. Now to hit the button I was actually trying to hit. That makes sense for Siora to be untrusting of us. I avoided the word. Alright, we'll handle your thing next, Kurt. Alright, now we got some work to put in on this here arena. You feel me, brother?
Good day, and welcome to the arena. Is this your first time?
It is.
Excellent. The crowd just loves to see new faces. So, are you ready to rise to the challenge? Or would you like a little reminder of the rules before jumping in? Unless, of course, you're just here to go over the basics and get in some practice.
He says a reminder of the rules after we just established that we've never been here before.
Could you explain the rules again?
Certainly. Regular combats take place in groups. 2 of your companions will fight at your side. In order to become a champion, you'll need to win the 5 challenges that become more and more difficult. Each challenge is broken down into 3 rounds. You can take a breather in between each one. But if you give up on a challenge, you'll need to start all over again from the beginning. Once the challenge has been completed, you can fight any of the rounds you've already won again, just for the fun of it.
I love watching the cutscenes because Haeva's looking good. She looking good, y'all. Okay, we're here to save this guy.
I wish to fight alongside the island hunter that was captured.
Really? You'd have to go in alone. Your friends will need to stay in the stands. Are you sure that this prisoner is worth risking your life for?
See, like, why are those the only 2 options? I would obviously choose to accept the combat. Haeva would choose that too, because that's her style. But players should get the option to say, you know what, you're right, no. We'll just watch and see what happens kind of thing, you know?
This man has been the victim of terrible injustice. I cannot stand aside without doing anything.
Well, that's extremely noble of you. But it's just the sort of crazy idea that the crowd loves. I have to warn you, though. If you want to fight now, you will lose your bonus in the running challenges. So, what'll it be?
She has no running challenges. And it's a small thing, but that should have been and, not but. That's awfully noble of you. And it's the sort of crazy idea that the crowd likes.
Justice cannot wait. I am ready to fight.
Excellent. In that case, the arena awaits you.
You didn't know that Haeva was Batman, did you? Holy crap! Oh no! Oh no! This was a bad plan. Alright, I got him. Oh god. We're gonna die. We're gonna have to do this all over. That sucked. Get out of the way, you beautiful creature. I'm trying to hit this guy. Where's the other start. Damn majestic beast. Alright, that was bad timing on my part. Chest cavity. Please heal. I'm gonna hit the button. I hit the button to heal. She was not listening. You guys didn't know Haeva was Batman, did you?
What a show!
Justice doesn't wait.
You've won the affections of the crowd. And when the crowd makes a decision, it gets what it wants. You're free, prisoner.
I owe you my life, Onol Manawi. Blessed be the winds that have blown you to my side. By what name should I address you?
My name is Desade. In fact,
Haeva,
it's your cousin the merchant that sent me. Follow me. Let's go and find him.
I wonder if we can keep fighting. Because I would like to keep fighting. I have to see something. Ah, it sucks. Because if we level, we can get that, which I really, really want. But after what just happened, I feel like we need either this or this. Decisions.
Ready to excite the crowd?
Could you explain the rules again?
No, you know, once a challenge.
I need to get going.
Fine.
Huh. A pity. Well, come back again soon.
We will. We will definitely come back again soon. I bet you there's no dialogue change from this guy right here despite us having a victory.
Onol Manawi. I'm glad to see you again. Oi, Ven. I'm so glad to see you alive.
Then you must thank this Onol Manawi. He fought to save me.
Thank you. May the grass always be soft beneath your feet.
Don't mention it. I also brought you back your goods.
May the trees always bear you fruit. We owe you a lot. You should go see Ulan, the chief of Vignamri, my village. He wants to be friends with the Renaigse. Since you are a legate, you could talk to him.
Kinda sucks. I bet Siora didn't have anything special to say, but still. Kinda wish I had her with us at the time. Let's go back here. Better yet, no, let's where was the arena? I think it was in the tavern. Let's go back there. I didn't expect it to fast travel us like that. I'm thankful for it, actually. Like the number of things this game thinks to do automatically, it makes it that much more disappointing to things that aren't done automatically that you feel like it should be automatic. Let's see if his dialogue changes now that we participated.
Good day! Interested in making a little wager? Unless you'd rather fight.
She's been fighting.
I'll be going now.
Later, then.
I would like to see a game that does, like, fully develops the arena experience. What I mean by that is, and I understand people who don't feel it's necessary. I understand you. I feel your pain, or feel where you're coming from. But I would like to see a game where the arena is a full-fledged experience. And you're able to fight or watch. You could be a spectator. You could be on that side of it. You can bet on fights. You can bet on yourself. Maybe make the rules to where you can only bet on yourself so you don't purposely throw a fight. Have dialogue and the cheering change as you fight, as you
Ready to excite the crowd?
win more fights.
Perfect. As soon as you're ready, you can jump right in. My lords and ladies, here is a new team of fighters taking to our proud arena. Give them a hearty welcome!
I feel like we should have got an intro for the other thing. Like he says, that's the kind of crazy stuff that the crowd likes. Like he says this, and yet we don't get an introduction. Like that was a wasted opportunity, in my opinion. It would have been nice, like, we have a special treat for you. Next to the hunter, a random stranger has taken to fighting by their side. You know, like that would have been a nice. He even could have done that as a cutscene. Actually, that would have been a nice cutscene to do.
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go! Let's see if you can ward off this fate. Move away. Things are about to get dicey.
All of that wasted gear, like all that wasted loot. We don't get to loot anything.
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go!
I did not time that right.
Excellent. And the public really appreciated it. Now that was a challenge well won.
Show, don't tell. Show, don't tell. What I mean is, we don't get shown the crowd's appreciation. Like, that would have been part of the full arena experience that I would have liked to see. Like, you develop the experience, whether you're the competitor or a spectator. And as a competitor, like you...
Perfect. As soon as you're ready, you can jump right in. You saw them win the first challenge with audacity. And here they are again for the second. Ladies and lords, applause for this unique team, led by the congregation legate herself.
But like, when you start out, oh crap, we're gonna get mangled. You know, you hear the crowd, or you barely hear them, and they're primarily cheering for your eventual death. I cannot believe I timed that right.
Let's see if you can ward off this fate. Move away. Things are about to get dicey.
You know, there's barely anyone in the stands. Like, they all go grab themselves a pint or something, or they're not really paying attention. You barely hear them. And then as you climb the rankings, it's like you see more people watching. You can hear them. You can hear things like, they're gonna die this time. No way they get past this. And then you might later on hear someone respond like, I don't know, they handled the last fight. I think they're gonna make it. You know, you get like, you hear people betting, so to speak.
Things are about to get dicey. Move away. Things are about to get dicey.
I had to try the kick. I wasn't sure if it would do any good, but I tried it. All that loot. Oh, God. Alright, we can do this. But again, that's just my opinion, and I'm fully aware of the amount of work that would take. I'm not naive. Just making the custom followers I made for Skyrim, that was a lot of work, and it's nowhere near the amount of work it would have taken to create the experience that I'm talking about. But I think it would be worth it. I would like to see a game do that. I like how it's harder to get the rhythm of the creatures, because that's why they're getting me. Because I'm trying to time it, and it is difficult because of their movement. At least it is for me. It's not like fighting humans.
Move away. Things are about to get dicey.
Fury strike for me.
Excellent. And the public really appreciated it. Now that was a challenge well won.
We're just gonna keep going. Actually, let's save. Let's save the game.
I need to get going.
Huh. A pity. Well, come back again soon.
Let's go ahead and save.
Ready to excite the crowd?
And it would have been another
Perfect. As soon as you're ready, you can jump right in.
opportunity.
Here for your greatest pleasure, our team of excellence. Once again, they are here to kick up the sand of the arena, hoping this time to win the third challenge.
A new Seren. I mean, an old Seren. I was saying how Constantine would have been a good opportunity to show us what we can expect when we're fully friendly with someone. Like have him start off at friendly and give you a bonus. Holy crap, they got poison. We're gonna die. And
let's see if we can ward off this fate.
In this case,
I need healing.
I'm like, oh, okay, well, fighting for the, I decided to hunter. The crowd would have been larger than it is when you first start off fighting. They would have been looking forward to seeing them die.
Move away. Things are about to get dicey.
That was not the guy I had targeted. Yet we are definitely hitting him. So the crowd would have been larger. They would have been louder. And when you win, a lot of them blew. That would have been interesting, man. But then when you start the challenges, people aren't as interested. They're like, yeah. They got lucky with the hunter. And everyone knows that hunters can fight. You know what I mean? And wow. Can we save? Yes, we can. So then your first challenge, you know, the crowd's not as large. People aren't going to boo you if you win, because no one's looking for you to die. I need that Fury Strike. I know.
I need healing.
Oh, so this gets snow. The poison goddess. The poison.
Bit of poison on my blade. Things are about to get dicey.
Yes, I'm fully aware that I can make this easier by spending points. Number one. And looking for poison resistant gear. And probably wasting ammo. Wow. Got some meat on your bones, sir. Or ma'am. I don't want to assume. I seriously don't want to assume. Hurry up. Because that guy is coming. Or woman. Or woman. Now this creature kind of just waited. I don't know why. It's almost like we're playing on hard mode. Because on hard mode, this is basically what it's like. There we go. I was kind of waiting for you to do that. No, I hit the fury button.
Excellent. And the public really appreciated it. Now that was a challenge well won.
Do we get anything for this? Like,
perfect. As soon as you're ready, you can jump right in. You've grown to love their faces. You know their tactics. The excellents are back. And they are now more ready than ever to fight to win with all their hearts. The fourth challenge.
Like, there's only 5. The crowd should be not at its largest, but, you know, pretty large at this point. And cheering louder, and it should just be a whole thing to me. And I don't like jumping down into the pit. I would have liked that you walk out and you're kind of trapped in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, it could have been a nice spectacle. I get why it's not always done. Just throwing it out there.
Poison on my blade. And let's go! Let's see if we can ward off this fight.
One of the things that sucks about combat, straight up, is that it's not easy to target the same, like, one, you can't tell them to all focus on the same person. Things are already dicey, Kurt. We're gonna die.
Hold on much longer.
We are not gonna survive this because they have so much armor. If weapons could wear down, we would have lost our by now. Look how thick their armor is.
I need healing.
Yeah. Preach it to the choir, my friend. Okay, I think we're good now. I think we hit our wall. Let's get the hell out of here. No, thank you. This has been fun.
Ready to excite the crowd?
No, we're not. We're ready to get the hell out of here.
I would like to abandon the current challenge.
Are you sure? Well, if you want to try it later, you'll need to start fighting all over again from the very first round.
We are at the very first round. Like, come on. Spider, come on. You guys can do better, man. You can have the conditional dialogue. Alright. Actually, who do we want? Vasco or Ciora? Because we're about to handle Kurt's thing that we put off. I really like Vasco. Because I think he uses poison as his sheathed weapon indicates. He clearly uses poison.
Greenblood, tell me, do you remember that young recruit I spoke to you about?
She does.
I would still like to present him to you. So then, would you like to accompany me to meet him?
And she remembers that you were so irritated that she said later that you didn't even respond. You were like, do you need anything else?
But of course. Let's go.
Alright, we'll bring Vasco. I know people are probably like, man, you need to spend your points when you get them, but seriously, leveling is usually just not that exciting to me, for me. All the fun stuff isn't until later. We could get long blades. We could, I think. But then there's stasis. There's roll. I really want roll. Alright, let's get our compensator. Let's go ahead and do this. But we'll only be able to level every 2 times going forward for the next 4 levels. Oh god, 4 levels. So 8, 9, 10, 11. So there's that bit of business. I don't really care much for this just yet. Not yet. We're going to hold off on spending that point. But it's damn short time to get that compensator. Seriously, like in every RPG that I've ever played where I can do it, I want the heaviest armor.
Must be with the other recruits in the barracks.
I've been asking myself why everyone calls you captain, seeing as you have no ship. But now I'm beginning to understand.
I'm happy to have poured some oil in your lantern, sailor.
I like that. Yes, yes for party banter. That is something that BioWare, even in Andromeda, damn it, another angel lost his wings. It fell from the sky. They do party banter masterfully, in my opinion. They've done it since Origins. I never played Knights of the Old Republic, but I imagine they did it there as well. Just amazing at party banter. Consistently.
Good day, soldiers.
Your Excellency.
Captain.
Soldiers.
May we be of service?
See, this is more like it.
Rank and assignment, soldiers.
Recruit, first class, Blue Silver Regiment, 8th Company, Your Excellency.
The Blue Silver Regiment is made up of men attributed to serve the Congregation of Merchants. I'm one of them, and the 8th Company was sent to Tier for D, with 2 other companies.
Anything else, Excellency?
This makes me feel like she's important. Good job on this, Spider. I wanted to see more of this.
What is your charge?
Maintain order in the city, Excellency. Anything else, Excellency?
I'm looking for the soldier, Rayner. Is he in the barracks?
I never heard that name before, Captain.
Never heard the name, Captain.
That's strange. I'm certain he was sent here.
Maybe he's been moved since then. When was the last time you'd heard news of him?
In Serene, just before our departure. But that's been a couple of months.
If I may, Captain, should I have a word with the quartermaster?
That's right, Captain. He has a register with the affectations of every recruit in the Blue Silver Regiment. Anything else, Excellency?
No, you guys were an awesome part of this game. And also part of the experience.
That will be all.
At ease, soldiers.
Yeah. I told you it's the little things. That small interaction was huge. It was extremely well done, in my opinion.
Hello, Your Excellency. What can I do for you?
I've been looking for one of my recruits. Goes by the name of Rayner. I would like for His Excellency to meet him.
Rayner? I'm sorry, Kurt. I thought you'd been informed.
Informed about what?
He is dead. He was found, drowned in the port harbour day before yesterday. I was told he had too much to drink and fell in. I'm extremely sorry, Kurt. The young men drink more than they can handle when they're on leave.
That's bollocks. That lad isn't the sort to sully himself with drink. I don't believe it.
People change. When they're far from home, the lads have little else to do.
I still don't believe it.
Listen, you might as well go and ask the doctor down in the morgue. I might have misunderstood what was reported to me. Those doctors use such long words for simple things.
Excellent idea. At least you'll see it for yourself.
You're right. Let's go.
Is there anything else?
Where did you say that we could find the doctor?
In the basement. The morgue. He hardly ever leaves the place. Is there anything else?
No, thank you.
I feel as though when you only have one option other than leave, then it should automatically do the option, which would have been to ask about Rayner. But again, I wish her dialogue was more consistent with being on the side of her people. If Kurt doesn't believe it, she shouldn't either, or at least we should get the option.
Well now, a visit. Can I help you with something?
Whatever is a doctor of the Bridge Alliance doing in the barracks of the New Serene Coin Guard?
I was posted here from the University of Al-Sad, as per their agreement with the Guard.
Agreement? What sort of agreement?
The Guard requested dedicated doctors for the care of their troops. The University accepted under two conditions: that the doctors practice only in the territories of the Bridge or her allies, and that we have the privilege of examining all of their corpses, in the interest of anatomical study. These requests were made official thanks to the Agreement Charter, and I must say we have been able to increase our knowledge of anatomy immensely. Anything else?
We are here concerning the matter of Recruit Rayner.
Are you family or friends?
You could say that. I'm the one who recruited the lad.
I see. Well, what I can do is tell you what I can.
Might we take a look at the body?
No, I wouldn't recommend that. To see your friend in such a state.
I'm a soldier, Doc. I've seen a number of men in pieces. Let me see the young lad.
I regret, Captain, I cannot allow that.
What? Yeah, this is highly suspicious. Ah! I mean, it was from the start. I was with Kurt. He says he doesn't believe the boy drowned after drinking. I believe him. And this is definitely supporting it. We know the coin guards. There is something crazy going on with them. Something isn't right with the coin guards.
I have as of yet to present myself. I'm Lady de Sardet, legate of the Congregation of Merchants on Tirfredi. And as the title infers, I have the power to inspect this barracks and all that it contains. Therefore, I must insist.
I see. 1,000 pardons, Excellency. I should have recognized you and shown more respect. It's the body in the middle. Examine him if you must, but please be so kind as to not leave a mess after you.
Did you forget yourself? Trying to tell her what to do. But that's another example of, oh, I wish we had science level 2. Now, why? Watch this. I bet you this was pointless.
This doesn't look like the body
Oh,
of young
it is
Raina.
pointless. Why did they give us the ability to look at these other bodies when they're not it? I don't understand. Spider, I don't get it. But I wish we had science, because that would have been cool.
This one is just a boy. His face is still locked in an expression of pain. Kurt, is this your recruit?
Yes, that's my Raina. Poor kid. I should have left him with his family where he was.
It's not your fault, man.
We'll need to examine the body to learn more. Is that all right?
He's not the first young man I've seen with the lights gone from his eyes. Go on.
I'm no doctor, but this boy doesn't seem to have drowned at all. It looks like he's been beaten. It's suspicious.
The boy I knew would never have drunk himself senseless to the point he'd fall into the bay, I'm telling you.
I believe you, Kurt.
Yeah.
But if we want to prove it, we'll need to find more evidence.
Good. I'm glad you believe. Fortunately, I guess the evidence is right here. Fortunately for us. Preliminary autopsy results. The subject is a young man under the age of 20. He has several hematomas on the entirety of the body surface, some more recent than others. Forearm bones are broken, lesions on the hands, several broken ribs, skull is sunken, likely to be the cause of death. Well, none of that sounds like drowning at all. So the doctor likely has been threatened or paid off. I'm leaning towards threats given what the coin guard has shown us so far. And we will confront him on his lie next time on GreedFall Ball Z. No, but yes, we're going to end this end this chapter here. Guys, I am enjoying this game. I know it may not seem that way given the number of critiques I have been giving, but when I like something, I do tend to critique it more. Yeah, I'm weird that way. And I do like this game. So I look forward to continuing to play it, and I hope you will join me. Till next time.